Where's Bang?
Oh, we told him it was urgent.
Oh, where is that mask?
Speak of the devil, and it shall appear.
You can't short the stock because Bruce Wayne goes to a party. Wayne coming back is change. Change is either good or bad. I vote bad. On what basis? I flipped a coin.
It says, I said no Ryan, man.
Rookie, who's the helmet? We need faces for camera.
Let's go scouting.
Hello, dear people of Gotham. Let's make this fast. So, Nee made this tweet in which he very accurately describes basically Tekken 8 Season 2 and certainly also some, inherent Tekken 8 things. Don't need to go completely through it or like in detail, but it's like, Season 2 has a lot of homing moves, follow-up attacks. Homing moves are less risky now. Obviously, it's correct. Homing moves are just the I mean, when is the last time you had a plus on block homing mid, right? With like an insane hitbox. Like, did you ever notice how hard it is? You do. If you go back to older Tekkens or have played Tekken 6, you notice how hard it is to whiff shit in this game. It's incredibly hard to whiff things in Tekken 8 in general. And yeah, homing moves, if you make them plus, advantageous, extremely good. And then also buff the range on them throughout throughout the whole fucking character move list. It's going to be incredibly hard. Why do keep, or like he says, like why do you make it harder to play defense, right? Because there is no proper defense. There is just no proper defense. Risk reward is completely fucked up. Yeah, we all know that, right? It's just Nii just explains it, and basically the most important thing that we have is Katsuhiro Harada basically acknowledging this, right? I have confirmed my perception of this matter with the battle and tuning teams. So he basically already has said 2 weeks ago that the backlash is not unwarranted. He tweeted that. That is when I made the pit video, right? Where I was like, this sounds like a little bit of hope if he literally says the backlash is warranted. And, well, now we also have confirmation with this tweet. 8 was challenging in some aspects with a new team for battle and tuning. But we have returned to the team structure, basically we have returned to the members of the past. So this is, I think, the first actual confirmation that we have that, yes, this was literally a new battle and tuning team, as if that wasn't obvious. But now we have actual confirmation. We have actual confirmation on that. I also believe this move to be necessary because the disconnect couldn't be more obvious, right? The new battle team didn't even really know what they are doing. They didn't know any if they seemed to be completely out of the loop, because the things that have happened actually pretty rarely, right? So we had this once with the homing hell sweeps in season 3, right, where they did something that was so not accepted that the community was so loud that they reverted this. But they do this at points and on a scale where you're like, how can you be so out of the loop? The best example is chip damage on break throws. This was basically a feature for them that they thought is like sick. That is so sick that we will present this in the Tekken talk. You remember it, right? And I think it wasn't even, correct me if I'm wrong, it wasn't even a week, or it wasn't even half a week until they've publicly said, we are completely rolling this back. Yeah, chip damage on throws, no. That's not gonna happen. So it's like, how can you be so hard out of the loop that you even in the first place think this is a presentable pitch? And then you realize you fall so hard on your face that you literally not even, I think 48 hours later, make an emergency announcement and say, yeah, this dog shit idea we had, yeah, it's not gonna live long. It's like, if that is not proof that this is necessary, like drastic changes behind the scenes, and we will obviously never know the full extent of it, but yeah. So this Nakatsu stuff, I don't know. No one knows if anyone is fired or relocated. We don't know. This tweet reads like, oh, he is now actually has more time in his position that he was supposed to be in. Doesn't read to me that he is like fired or some shit. And he also says, right, because I also looked into that, yeah, that guy, Nakatsu, apparently, which I also read the credits on, did battle tuning and shit for Tag 2 and 7. So, well, but this all reads like something happened behind the scenes. You remember the tweet where Harada apologized for the Genmaji temple incident, and that tweet was taken down by him. Maybe some pressure in the background, whatever. We don't know, right? But this wave of tweets reads to me like someone behind the scenes is like, this looks pretty bad. Fuck this. Let's give Harada a bit more freedom in which he handles things, because these tweets seem unusual. You know, he wouldn't have tweeted that half a year ago. So maybe behind the scenes, some pretty high ups at Namco said, okay, maybe we should let him do more. And I said in the Eris video that I believe Harada to be an idealist. I believe him to be an idealist. I don't believe he is the problem or Murray. I don't think that. He has openly said years ago that he would never sell integral parts of the fighting game. That was in a Tag 2 interview. That is why Tag 2 had all DLC was free in Tag 2. So that game didn't sell, unfortunately, or didn't sell according to expectations. And then obviously Namco said, all right, you know what? From now on, we don't give you that freedom anymore. So maybe now things have a little bit more shifted into the direction of pre-Tech 2, where, okay, maybe we need this guy. Maybe Harada should have a little bit more to say, because it seems like he is doing work behind the scenes. So we don't need to speculate too much. We will see. He talks about like 2 big updates, and they have already shown, at least to me, a sign, or like they have shown me their goodwill. Because the -9 update on the Heat Engage was actually planned for May. They've said this, or like they have written this out in the patch notes they released after the Tekken talk to keep us a bit more, to calm us down a little bit. There they said that the recalibration of Heat Engage is planned for May. So the goodwill was that they actually, pulled this forward in the emergency patch. It wasn't supposed to be in there, but they did that. So it seems to me that things are happening behind the scenes. But honestly, let me know what you think. My position is pretty clear. I think right now Tekken 8 is not a dogshit game. I think you can enjoy this game on a casual level immensely. But as soon as you try to actually get better at a fighting game, and you do this in a fighting game by solving a lot of situations, by solving what you can solve, that is how you get better at a fighting game. That's what the practice mode is for. And in that regard, Tekken 8 is an incredibly frustrating experience now. And to a certain extent also was in Season 1, let's be honest. We all, or like not we all, but a significant portion of the community wanted something that is less ham, a little bit less ham than Season 1. So from that point now, we are a mountain away, But my position is the game right now is incredibly annoying if you want to play it in any way, shape, or form seriously, or improve at it. It's just annoying to play. It's not even about not fun or solvable or get good or just guess right. For me, it's just fucking annoying. We don't need to go into all the fucking points. For me personally, it's just incredibly annoying. That's why I do Tech 2 stuff, Tekken 6 stuff. I now stream, right? So yeah, let's tell me what you think. Is this? Am I going too far with, maybe the return, as I've already teased in the pit video, with the return of, the Dark Knight? Did I go too far? Do I have too much hope? What's your opinion?